A scream echoes across the sanctuary. Not human, deep, guttural, raw. Tourists near the gorilla enclosure stop in their tracks. Zookeepers bolt from the main building, hands gripping radios, boots hammering down dirt paths. Inside the largest clearing, under the open sun, Nia, the dominant female western lowland gorilla, drops to her knees. Her breathing is fast, ragged. Her abdomen contracts in heavy, visible pulses. She's going into labor. Panic crackles through the radio. She's not moving to cover. She's exposed. No gorilla's ever given birth in the open, someone mutters, eyes locked on the scene. Visitors are ushered back. The viewing area is roped off. Sanctuary protocol is strict. Minimal noise, no flash photography. Be ready to intervene, because gorillas are unpredictable under stress. But Nia doesn't seem afraid. She plants her hands in the soil and lets out another long moan. A contraction hits. Her body tightens. Zookeepers count the intervals. She rocks slightly, then hunches forward. Tense, silent. And then it happens. A slick, glistening shape slides gently into the earth. Gasps ripple through the staff. Some visitors cry out. One woman collapses into her partner's arms, whispering, "It's a baby." Nia turns, gently, reverently. She lifts the infant in both hands, cleans it, touches her forehead to its chest, and then, without warning, she looks up, straight ahead. Through the crowd, her eyes fix on one person standing near the far end of the barrier, an elderly woman in a beige sun hat and blue scarf. Margaret doesn't move. And Nia does something that freezes the entire sanctuary. She stands. With her newborn in her arms, she walks directly toward the viewing glass. Everyone back up. Zookeepers form a line between the crowd and the barrier. Several raise their arms. One slips behind the trees to retrieve the tranquilizer kit. Nia doesn't stop. Her movements are slow, controlled. But there's tension in her shoulders, in her eyes. The baby in her arms squirms. She tightens her hold and lets out a sharp bark. The sound sends birds scattering. The crowd gasps. The head vet radios in. Why is she approaching? This isn't maternal display. It's too deliberate. Another keeper whispers, "She's scanning the crowd. What is she looking for?" Suddenly, movement from the left. A younger male gorilla edges forward, curious, sniffing the air. Nia turns on him with shocking speed. She snarls, lowers her shoulder, and swipes. The male stumbles back, wide-eyed. Her baby slips slightly. The crowd screams. Nia readjusts, growls. Her arms encircle the newborn tighter. She breathes fast now, shoulders heaving. The air changes. What was awe becomes fear. "She's panicking," someone says. "This could turn in a second. Do we trank her?" "Not with the baby, it's too risky." Nia turns back toward the glass. She's now just 5 feet away. And that's when the old woman steps forward. Margaret. Zookeepers shout, "Ma'am, please step back." But she doesn't. She locks eyes with Nia. Her lips part, not in fear, but recognition. Nia stops. A low hum rolls from her chest. The baby squirms again, now settled. The moment hangs. Every keeper, every visitor holds their breath. And Nia just stares. "She's fixated on that woman," a keeper mutters, eyes darting between radio and crowd. "Why her?" Margaret's hands tremble, but she doesn't move, doesn't flinch. Nia takes one final step forward. Her massive shadow falls across the glass barrier. Her body rises to full height, baby pressed to her chest. Then, very slowly, she lowers into a squat. She doesn't pace, doesn't pound. Instead, she leans in and lifts the baby, just enough to present her. The visitors closest to the glass gasp. Some begin to cry. One kneels to the ground in disbelief. Margaret lowers herself slightly. Her hand inches toward the glass, palm outward. No contact, just presence. Nia watches, her expression unreadable, but not threatening. Focused. "She's showing her the baby," Maya whispers. "She wants her to see it." One keeper whispers, She knows her. That gorilla knows her. Margaret blinks hard. A tear falls. She's not looking at me like a stranger, she murmurs. No one speaks? Nia presses her forehead gently to the glass. The baby stirs again, lets out a small squeak. Margaret, whispering now, says something only Nia can hear. And Nia's shoulders soften. The keepers, unsure whether to intervene or fall to their knees, stand frozen. Because whatever this is, it's not just instinct, it's memory. The head keeper arrives, breathless, confusion on his face. What's the emergency? Then he sees her. His expression changes instantly. Is that Margaret Hale? A staff member stares. You know her? She was the senior primate caretaker at Eden Sanctuary, back in the 80s. She raised a baby gorilla after its mother died, fed her by hand, named her Nia. The blood drains from everyone's faces. Margaret doesn't hear them. She's locked in this moment. 35 years vanished in a heartbeat. I thought she was dead, Margaret says softly. They said the troop was relocated after a flood. The keeper checks the database. His fingers tremble. Nia, birth year, earmark, sanctuary ID confirmed. Margaret gasps. I knew it. That birthmark on her left ear. I used to kiss it every night when she slept. People around them begin to cry. A lifetime has passed, dozens of handlers, moves, changes. But Nia remembered. And today, after delivering her own baby, she didn't turn to her troop. She turned to the woman who once mothered her. Nia kneels again, lifts her baby one more time. Margaret rests her forehead against the glass. You did so well, she whispers. She's perfect. And Nia lets out a sound that echoes across the clearing. A low, humming vocalization, soft and familiar. The same one she made as a baby, a sound Margaret hasn't heard in over 3 decades. Until now. The crowd is silent. Even the babies in strollers stop fussing, because what they're witnessing isn't an animal display. It's a reunion. Margaret steps back slowly, lips trembling, and turns to the keeper beside her. Let her stay, she whispers. Don't move her. Don't disrupt this. Nia watches her rise, then shifts. She cradles her infant and retreats slowly, walking backward, eyes never leaving Margaret's. When she reaches the tree line, she pauses. One last look, then disappears into the brush. Maya exhales. That was impossible. The team pulls up old photos. There she is, young Margaret, barely 25, with a baby gorilla nestled in her arms. The same face, the same eyes, the same name. The next day, Margaret returns quietly. No press, no cameras, just a chair near the glass and a notebook in her lap. She visits every week after that. Nia doesn't come forward every time, but when she does, she brings her daughter. Eventually, the staff names the baby Mara, short for Margaret. No one writes a press release, but a photo goes viral anyway. Nia sitting calmly, baby on her lap, as an old woman sits across from her, smiling gently through tears. The caption reads, "Some bonds never break, even after 35 years." In the end, Nia gave her baby what Margaret once gave her: love, protection, and a reason to remember. She wasn't just a gorilla, she was a daughter who never forgot the woman who once saved her, not through commands, not through cages, but through care, love, and trust. 35 years had passed, entire lifetimes. But when the moment came, the most vulnerable moment of her life, she knew exactly who to turn to. Some bonds don't fade, some faces are never forgotten, and love? Love speaks across time, across species, even across glass. If this story moved you, please share it with someone who still believes in second chances. Comment your thoughts. Have you ever witnessed a memory this powerful? And don't forget to subscribe for more unbelievable animal stories that prove they never forget who was kind.